Here's a thought. What if the secret to a long, happy, and beautiful life wasn't some complicated formula, but something as simple as giving away a bowl of food? It sounds almost too simple, right? Well, an ancient Buddhist text, the Sutra on the Five Rewards, says that's exactly how it works. So let's dive into it. This right here is the Sutra on the Five Rewards for the gift of food. It's a really short but incredibly powerful teaching. And its whole argument is that one of the most basic acts of generosity, just sharing a meal, has the power to completely transform our lives.
You know, this text really challenges how we think about cause and effect. It asks us to consider this pretty radical idea. What if the real key to a better life wasn't about big, grand gestures, but something much, much simpler?
Was in a simple bowl of rice. And that's the core idea we're going to unpack today. The notion that a single, humble action can ripple out and become something truly extraordinary. Okay, so the heart of this teaching is what's known as the five blessings. According to the text, the Buddha explained that giving food grants 5 specific and really powerful rewards. Let's break them down one by one. First up is Xi Ming, which translates as the gift of life. And the logic behind this is just so simple and at the same time so incredibly profound. The way the sutra frames this is just wow. It says that without food, a person becomes withered and their life is in danger. So it follows that when you give someone food, you're not just giving them a meal. You are, quite literally, giving them the gift of life itself. So what's the reward for that? Well, it's a direct reflection of the gift. For giving life, you're said to receive a long life in every future generation, an existence that's protected from being cut short. And on top of that, boundless wealth and fortune. It's a pretty powerful return for a fundamental act of compassion. The second blessing kind of builds right on top of the first. It's called Shi Set, or the gift of beauty. And once again, the reasoning here is really direct. Just like hunger causes a withered and sallow appearance, well, nourishment brings back that vitality, that healthy glow. So in this sense, when you give food, you're also giving the gift of beauty by helping restore that natural radiance that comes with being healthy. And the rewards? They perfectly mirror the gift. The giver is blessed with a beautiful form and a radiant complexion in every life. But here's a really fascinating part. Their very presence brings joy to other people. Folks are just happy to see them. How cool is that? Okay, number 3 is Shi Li, the gift of strength. And we're not just talking about physical muscles here. This really covers our entire ability to function in the world. The sutra makes a really important point. Without food, both the body and the mind become weak. We lose our energy, our ability to act, to think clearly. So when you give food, you're essentially restoring a person's physical and mental power. You're giving them strength. So the reward for giving strength is, you guessed it, strength. The giver is said to receive great strength in every life, a power the text actually calls without equal, and a kind of vitality that just never runs out. Their own ability to get things done in the world becomes boundless. Number 4 is Xi'an, which is the gift of peace. And this one moves beyond the physical and into our inner world, our state of mind. Think about it. When a person is starving, their heart is just filled with worry, and their body is literally in danger. It's a state of constant anxiety. By providing food, you remove that immediate threat, and you give them a sense of safety, a sense of peace. And the rewards that come from this create a life of profound calm. The giver receives safety and security, they avoid disasters and calamities, and this part is just beautiful. They are said to always meet good and wise people. They're constantly surrounded by a supportive and peaceful community. And that brings us to the 5th and final blessing. This one is Shibian, the gift of eloquence. We're talking about the ability to communicate with a real clarity and wisdom. Now, this connects right back to the idea of strength. When the body and mind are weak from hunger, the text says a person is literally unable to speak. They just don't have the energy or the mental clarity to form their thoughts. Food restores that fundamental human ability. The reward, then, is the absolute perfection of communication. The giver is blessed with intelligence and fluent, unimpeded speech. Their wisdom becomes so clear and compelling that other people actually rejoice to hear it. Their words become a source of value for everyone. So those 5 blessings are obviously powerful, but the sutra doesn't actually stop there. It points to an ultimate reward, one that goes beyond any personal benefit and depends entirely on the intention of the person who's giving.
To explain this, the sutra uses this just stunning metaphor. It says that for a person who gives with the highest intention, the wish to attain enlightenment for all beings, their positive influence becomes like the rising sun, brilliantly illuminating the entire world.
Just let that sink in for a second. The simple, humble act of giving a single meal, when it's infused with that kind of profound and selfless motivation, can literally transform into a source of boundless light and wisdom for everyone. And you know, it's thanks to the incredible work of organizations like the Chinese Buddhist Electronic Tripitaka Association, or CBT-EAT, that this amazing teaching has been preserved and made available to all of us. Their work ensures this ancient wisdom continues to shine.
Ultimately, this sutra shows us how a single, generous act can create endless ripples of benefit. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes our simplest actions can have the most profound consequences. So it really leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What simple gift, infused with good intention, will you offer the world today?